FYW's Classy Owner, Reginald Buxely III. And I'm here to talk about Day of Champions from this past weekend. I have mixed emotions about it. So you can see I'm not my general jolly self. But there is one thing I can say for sure. I believe Psycho Joe said it best when he described Day of Champions with one word: controversy. The good news is, I am responsible for most of that controversy. I am what makes FYW what it is. The first thing I want to talk about is EOD getting a little full of themselves. I've tolerated you guys. I've looked past the fact that you are the reason why I am not there right now. I've let you have your fun, because personally, I kind of enjoy the pain you've been bringing to certain individuals on the roster. But to call Day of Champions EOD's Day of Champions, that's stretching things a little thin. This is Reginald's FYW. That was Reginald's Day of Champions. Nothing happened on that show that I did not let happen. Maybe with the exclusion of one thing. And I will get to that later. So just know, you may think you have free reign, but your leash is only as long as I allow it to be. Sticking with EOD, I want to talk about 3D. 3D, as you may have heard, was stripped of his title and suspended for the allegations of attacking the Freak. He showed up anyways, claiming I had no evidence and that he wasn't going to take the suspension. You know what? You're right. I didn't have evidence. I had heard a rumor that it was you behind it. Did I see with my own eye? No. Am I a little pissed off that you showed up? Yes. Did I really think you were going to sit by and just not come? No, not at all. I figured you'd be there. And I figured you weren't going to be giving up that title without a belt, without a fight. But as you saw, I had my hand in more than one cookie jar that day. So, stick around, 3D. Doesn't bother me any. In fact, I'm going to put you in a match for caution. I'm going to reward you for sticking up for yourself by putting you in a match that you can cause all kinds of pain. I'm going to put you in a match that you can't possibly lose against a rookie, Dustin Dynamite. You can break this kid like a twig, and I expect nothing less. Dimitri, you've complained for the past 3-4 weeks now about getting no attention from me, about me overlooking you, ignoring your potential. You've got all this talent but no shots. And so I rig the American Championship match. I put Jimmy Jack Daniels, my sheriff, in the match with the stipulation that he cannot let EOD win, and he cannot have the title himself. Process of elimination says the title's going to you. And for some reason, this upsets you. Anybody else would have said, gee, thank you, wonderful boss of mine, for giving me this title. But no, you take it as mockery. It was a gift. But if you have a problem, you need to prove yourself, you got some kind of inferiority complex going on, you need the attention, you need to prove that you can wield gold around your waist, fine. I'm going to let you prove it. I'm going to make you prove it against the biggest man in the FYW. The man who handed you the belt at Day of Champions. You think you could have beaten him for the belt? Then prove it. At Caution this weekend, it's going to be you against Jimmy Jack Daniels. Let's see if you can put your money where your mouth is. Before I get into the real issues, let me name off a few more matches for Caution this weekend before I get too upset. Even though the Diz was unsuccessful in the scramble match, I'm not mad. It all works out in the end. I promise you that. Diz, buddy, I want you to take out some of your anger because I know you're furious. I want you to lay waste to the American veteran this weekend. Keo is the new Unbreakable champion. Like I was surprised. Unfortunately for him, he's going to defend it this weekend against the man he won it against, Kyle Cash, because he's invoking his rematch clause. So we have that to look forward to. And the last match we need to announce is new FYW champion Sinister taking on former owner of the FYW, Mike Houston. Though the belt will not be on the line for this match, I can only imagine what Sinister will do to Houston. I mean, look what he did to his former friend. He learned an important lesson. Gold is more important than anything else. When you're on the top, you have no need for friends. Now to more serious issues. Brian Phoenix, you were victorious yet again. And after that match, I heard you muttering to yourself that you had no idea why I don't like you. No idea. Which only tells me that your memory is even worse than what I thought it was. See, there's something about your life that you don't like people to know. Something that you like to hide deep down about your past. And that is that you used to be like me. That's right. You came from money. You once had everything I had. Everything handed you in the silver plate. You were living the life. You and I went to kindergarten together. You may not remember that, but I do. Then one day, you weren't in school anymore. You were nowhere to be found. So I asked my father what happened to you. And he told me exactly what happened. Your worthless father drove his company into bankruptcy because he could not handle his money. You guys lost the house. He lost his job. You guys moved into a trailer. Last I knew, he was working at McDonald's trying to pay what little rent he could. And you guys lived on food stamps. You went from being the 1% to the bottom of the barrel. My father taught me one important lesson in my life, and is that you do not get a second chance. Unfortunately for you, your father stole your one chance in life. He stole it. Is that my fault? No. Is that your fault? No. But you have to live with that. You've had your chance, and now here you are in the FYW using the World Heavyweight title as your second chance. trying to prove my father wrong. So you want to know why I don't like you? It's because you are worse than all of those that watch us that came from nothing. Because you once had it. You know what it tastes like. And your father could not fight for it. You could not hold on to it. And now you can never have it again. Once it's gone, it's gone. You need to get that through your head. You come from a genetic line of losers. I cannot have a loser as the figurehead for my company. That might have worked fine and dandy when Mike Houston was in charge. But the truth of the matter is, Mike Houston is not in charge. I am. So you want to know why I hate you? There's the reason. I thought I'd finally gotten rid of you. You could not beat genocide. You know why? Because he's better than you are. Plain and simple. No screw jobs, nothing. You cannot beat genocide. I suspended you. You were gone. You were out of my company. And then due to extenuating circumstances, I had to bring you back. Absolutely no choice. I put you in a match you were not supposed to win. And you won. Fine. So I make you run the gauntlet. I make you have to put your belt on the line every single night, knowing that I was pushing you to your limits and eventually you were going to lose. Did I think you were going to lose on the first try? No. Second try? Probably not. Day of Champions was the day you were supposed to lose. I went out and found the one person you could not beat. Madman WK. I paid him lots of money to show up, come back after a year to show you what it means to be a loser. And he couldn't do the job. I don't know who I'm more mad at. You for yet again winning, or him for not holding up his end of the bargain. He told me it was a guarantee. I'm tired of people not getting done what needs to be done. This is the part of my speech where I tell you who your next opponent is. Who are you going to defend your title against at Caution? Well, here's the truth. That's not going to happen. You are getting the week off. In fact, I don't even want to see you at the arena this Saturday. Nowhere to be seen. I want you to stay home. I want you to think about what I can possibly come up with that is worse than a no-holds-barred match with Madman WK. Do you think that's the only thing I have up my sleeve? Not by a long shot. It would be too easy to put you in a match this weekend. I want you to stew on it. I want you to think about what I can possibly do to bring you pain, suffering, and lead to your ultimate demise. So you stay home. You enjoy being champion for one more week. Just knowing that it's not over yet. Sleep well while you still can, champ.